In this video, you're gonna come with me as I walk through an average workday. Along the way, I'm gonna hit on the 4 core principles of how I structure my day that you can steal and adapt into your own life. Let's go. 4:30 a.m. Got some snowfall here this morning. Just gonna make this morning cold plunge a little bit more painful. Always more fun when it's like this. Always dunk. Stepping into snow when you get out of the cold water is one of the most painful sensations. Plan for the day. Assuming there's no issue with roads, I am going to go get my VO2 max tested and see what's going on with that. Whew, that was invigorating. Morning cold, complete. Make this morning cocktail, go get my Dunkin', and then I can walk you through the first structured block of my day. And I spilled salt everywhere. Great. Roll with the punches, right? Put that Dunkin' order in on the way out. Got a little winter wonderland going this morning. That's light, that's lightweight. You know, weather on the East Coast just isn't what it used to be. When I was a kid, this wouldn't have even been considered snow, like a snowstorm. And I think everyone's gonna have a snow day today. Everyone's getting soft. I'd sing Winter Wonderland for you, but I think it would make everybody click out of this video.
Yeah. Poorly fabricated thoughts of judgment in a cluster. Drop kick 'em, drop victim, life living. Don't drop love, it won't get 'em. Drop.
It's Tuesday, so I gotta put the trash out. Assuming they're still coming. Man, the house looks pretty in the snow though. Got my Dunkin', getting to my desk. It's about 5:15 a.m. And this brings us to principle number 1 of how I structure my average workday. And that is to match energy to output. You have different types of energy during the course of the day. There are points in time where your creative energy is highest. There are points of time when your social energy is highest. There are points of time when your capacity to do like boring task energy is highest. And you want to match that energy to what you're actually doing, the output of that moment. So this first focus block of my morning is my creative block. This is when my creative energy is highest, so I want to be working on creating output that is focused on creativity. This 3-hour block from about 5:15 to about 8:15, I'm going to be focused on whatever the most important creative task is for me at the moment. Right now, that's my book that I'm really pushing to try to get the final draft done of by about April 1st, but it could be any creative project that I'm really focused on and excited about. During this block, I'm a sucker for the headphones on, classical music on. Helps me get into that creative state, lock in. I've been doing the classical music during studying and during focus work ever since college, so I just stick to it. It's about 8:15 a.m. Just got done with that focus creative block. Great session this morning. Got a lot of good writing done. Really happy with the progress there. Gonna head out, make some breakfast with little man, spend some time with the family, and take you on to principle number 2. Where are you going? We gonna make a snowman today? Is that the taco that Dad I got you in Texas? Taco attack! Taco attack! What you doing, bud?
Hey.
What is that? What are you drinking? You're crazy. We made it.
Ayy, I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, bread like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy.
VO2 max test done. Worked that bad boy to death. Headed to the gym. Go get this leg lift in. Got my guy. Gonna go rip it. This is what happens on snow days. You get the whole gym to yourself. Woo! Go time. Principle number 2 of how I structure my days: move. It's that simple. Move. Now, this means a couple different things for me. This means that I have a formal block of time during the course of the day that is about movement. So you can see I'm here at the gym. I just went and got my VO2 max tested, so I hit some cardio as well. But I always have some form of formal movement during my days. There's also the informal side of the move piece to my daily structure, which is I try not to be sitting or sedentary for more than maybe 60 minutes. So during those focus work blocks at my desk, when I start to feel a little bit antsy, after about an hour, 30, 45 minutes, I'll do a couple push-ups, or I'll go for a little walk around my house, or I'll just get up and do a couple body squats, something that keeps my body moving. Because I've found that when I move, I have the most energy flowing through me, and when I have the most energy flowing through me, I operate the best. I show up the best for the people around me. Everything about my life is better. Between the VO2 max test, which was brutal, and this leg workout, legs are gonna be toast tomorrow. Big recovery night tonight. Thank you. Just walking in from the gym, from the VO2 max test. Gonna make myself some lunch and then settle in for focus work block number 2 of the day. What you got there? Octopus? You wanna help me make my lunch? Hi, you wanna help me make my lunch? Got Sahil's special breakfast tacos, I guess lunch tacos, but with eggs. Ground turkey, beef, veggies, 2 eggs on some carb control tortillas that have some extra fiber in them. Bon appetit. What sound does an octopus make? They thought a little snow could stop us from going to get our afternoon Dunkin'. They were wrong. Sometimes you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. This is why God gave you hands. There we go. Little snow never stopped anybody. 12:30 p.m. I'm getting back to my desk. Now this is my second focus work block of the day. Going back to principle 1 where I said that you need to align energy with output, this second focus work block is really focused on business and investing output. So where the first one was creative, this one is much more about business things, managing people, connecting with people, talking to founders, things like that. What I've found is that this afternoon block is when my mind and when my energy is in a better state for doing those activities. So again, align energy with output. This is when I'm focusing on those. So for the next right about 2 hours from 12:30 to 2:30, that's when I'm going to be focusing on mostly business and investing related things. That will take us straight into principle number 3, which I'll come back to after this 2-hour block. Focus work block 2 complete, which brings us to principle number 3. Leverage Parkinson's law to get energy draining tasks done. Parkinson's law is the idea that work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. Basically, if you set a block of time for something, you're going to take that long to finish whatever task you set out to do during it. Let's use an example. Email. If you don't have a set block for email, you're going to take all day doing your emails. If you give yourself 2 or 3 hours, you're going to take 2 or 3 hours to do email. If you give yourself 4 hours, you're going to graze and find a way to take 4 hours to do email. So the principle here that I use to structure my day is that I dedicate really short blocks of focused time
for the energy draining tasks, the things that would otherwise bleed into my entire day. Email is the primary one of those. If I allow it to, I will email throughout the course of the day. I'll be popping open the email thing, and it creates a bunch of attention residue. It creates a whole bunch of cognitive drain that's pulling you away from the tasks that actually matter. So, leverage Parkinson's law by creating a very short window of time when you're going to be unbelievably focused on just that one thing. If you do that, you'll get the thing done faster and more efficiently and effectively than you otherwise would have. This is my face when I have to answer emails. But when I get to get it done faster, this is my face. That's a wrap on email, which brings us to principle number 4. Presence is everything. When you're on, be on, but when you're off, be truly off. We got some snow today. So off for me means I'm gonna go outside and build a snowman with the little dude. Then I'm gonna go to the grocery store, make dinner for my wife and son, and try to be as truly present as possible during that window of time. Time and energy are not the same thing. And when you conflate the two, you get into a lot of trouble. When you think, oh, I'm spending X number of hours with these people. Well, if you're on your phone or you're thinking about other things, or you're stressed, or you're emailing, or you're texting during that whole time, you didn't really give a lot of energy. So when I say presence is everything, what I mean is when you're present with the people you love, be truly present. I really try to do that. I'm not perfect, far from it. But when it's a focus in my mind, I'm able to do a much better job and be honestly just a better human, a better husband, a better father, a better sibling, a better son. All of those things start to fall into flow for me. So the adventure begins through the Arctic tundra, Roman. My little Ernest Shackleton, ready for his trans-Antarctic adventure. Come on, we're gonna go in the snow. You're not so sure about the snow, huh, bud? Are you helping get the arms for the snowman?
What do we think of the snowman? What sound does the snowman make? You want to try? Take a bite out of the snowman.
Elizabeth thought it was a little too snowy for burgers, but I'm of the opinion that it's always burger season. That's what we got on the grill for dinner. You can go bring this in, feed the family, and then go on to the final focus block and unwind block of the day. Hey. Tuesday night, dinner and a movie, sweet potato fries, burgers, peas. Little man, Wreck-It Ralph wrecks the internet. Dinner done. Little man bathed and in bed, heading back into my office for my last work block of the day, which is really when I feel like I have more reflective, kind of contemplative energy. And this is when I do reading. So I'll sit down with whatever essays, whatever book, whatever thing, and spend at least 30 minutes, sometimes up to an hour, just reading and separate from any technology, away from my computer, away from my phone, and just with a notepad, that Amazon Basics notepad and a pen, and jot down anything that comes to mind. This is an important block for me because it's when a lot of the ideas start to kind of come in the top of the funnel, and those are the things that I end up chewing on, thinking about a lot, that lead to inspiration, lead to different ideas. So this final block of the day goes back to principle 1, which is aligning energy with output. So my kind of contemplative thinking energy is high at the end of the day. I've had a lot of things that have happened during the day, so it's high. And this is when I do my reading and some of my thinking. Reading time done, headed up and out to the sauna to just have some of that quiet, unwind, thinking time to end the day, how I calm the mind. prepare myself for a great night's sleep.
All right, well, it's not every day that we got snow like this on the deck, so I feel like I gotta turn this into a little bit of a fake contrast action. Snow angel time. Ugh. Ooh, that's cold. Come here. So while I was in the sauna, this little man decided that he wasn't going to stay asleep. I'm gonna go and try to get him back to bed. These were the 4 principles I used to structure my workday. Now, time for y'all to go. Until next time, stay curious.